Did I say now? Did I say now?
I think you said no.
Right now. I'll get a little music going. In memory.
Time to share.
Wake up your mind.
That's enough because I'm going to get fined. We don't need that shit. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Just Two Scoot Show. Episode number 40, to be exact. 40. Kind of an anniversary for us. My name is Big Daddy Cool Tim Tabala. This guy over here, my tag team partner, that's Eric Zant. What's going on, bro?
How we doing, folks? What's up, Timmy? What's up, Bert?
Yeah, shit, that's right at the bottom. Happy Bert year. What's up, Bert? What's going on?
How we doing?
Yeah, you know we're doing. So let's cut to the crap, man. How was Christmas, guys? You get any good shit?
I did.
What'd you get, Eric?
I got a new T-shirt.
And what is that T-shirt?
Well, that T-shirt, matter of fact, is the A to Z program official merchandise T-shirt. Anybody interested? Let me know, and I know a guy and a lady that'll hook that up for you for $19.95, shipping and handling. Personally autographed by me, if you wish.
Oh, look at that! Throwing out the autographs too.
Throwing out the autograph.
Wow.
Nice, Bert. How about you? What'd you get for Christmas this year?
Not too much. I got a couple of things from my sister, but nothing crazy. Just some nice, quiet relaxation from work. Good food, good drink, good time.
Yeah, same here. Just want to, it's all about the kiddies now. They had a good Christmas. My insane brother-in-law managed to score. Actually, he scored number 4 today. I posted the video already. He scored 4 PlayStation 5s and 2 Xboxes. And now he's making fun of the rest of the world for not trying hard enough because he gets them pretty easy. He's got some kind of secret Twitter thing that reveals what store is letting him go, and he follows it and patches them, and then he buys them.
He got on some like weird Chinese algorithm, I think.
I don't know what he got, but my kid now has a PlayStation 5, which means I now have a PlayStation. Well, I'm not even gonna toy with it. I'm not gonna play with it.
He works for sanitation, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he probably like when he dumps like that Russian surplus garbage, they probably like he probably has like get somebody to translate the boxes, and he found like a transmitter that I don't know.
No, there's some Twitter thing he follows. It supposedly releases all the information on all the stores whenever it's going to be released, and he follows them, puts them in his cart, and then boom, he goes and gets them, and that's it. Score. But then he's being a prick about it too, like I said, because he's making fun of everybody else that didn't get one. So that's kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
Hang on, let me share this a little bit.
We're shared all over the place. We even got a vintage share.
A vintage share? What's a vintage share?
Check your FB notifications.
Wait, I want to put it to.
That's kind of weird. I wonder if he meant to do that.
To the old company. Was that the boss who did that?
That says Steve.
Oh yeah, I just saw that now. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that was an accident. I don't think that was for real.
I think so too.
The lines have been drawn.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, unless we're having a hostile takeover that we don't know about.
Hey, I am wearing the NWO shirt.
Are we going to have Steve Faraci pop up and say, I have now bought SportsTalk.com. I am the owner.
Look at that Peterson there. Guess what?
What am I going to do with him?
What am I going to do with him?
He's going to fire Scott on air.
Scott Peterson.
Boss, if you did that by accident, let us know. Or if you did it on purpose, let us know.
Yeah.
Either way,
let us know. That was fucking awesome.
Gotta let us know.
That was fucking awesome. That was fucking. I don't have any accidents. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Look at the boss.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Smell hostile takeover.
He knows, he knows the boys to do it with. He knew he was going to do it with us. He knew the crew to fucking. That's right, boss. That's right.
But will we see your boy pop up on a Cine Sports Talk show and say, I have now bought CineSportsTalk.com? Oh, we're gonna get a whole WrestleMania thing going. I love it. I love it.
He's too busy fighting off giant spiders in Australia.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, no, that's a normal thing. There's giant animals over there that just invade.
Oh, that's why I won't go there. I won't.
Exactly.
I will never set foot in Australia.
I'm never going there.
No, I want to go there because I don't know, Australian rules.
Dude, there's two places outside this country I want to go.
Where's that?
Ireland and Scotland.
Those are you want to go? You want to go to Ireland, fella?
You want to go to Ireland, do you? Do you want to go to Ireland, Timmy?
Only two places I want to go see the statue of William Wallace, and then I want to go to Ireland. Just because
that's in Scotland, isn't it?
I want to go to. I want to run the John Wayne's Trail from The Quiet Man.
No, well,
I'm good to go.
Well, let me run.
Hold right on there, Tim.
That's all I need. That's all I need. Well, you know what? Before we get into this too deep and have ourselves a good old time, because we are winging it tonight, folks, which means anybody watching, pop up in those comments right now. You tell us what you want to talk about because we're open.
Yeah.
Give us
something.
Give us something to shout about.
Yeah, give us something to shout about. We'll shit on it. We'll talk about it.
If you don't give us a topic, I might have to turn into a movie show and bash the shit out of Wonder Woman because I hated it that much. But I don't want to do that.
Even gonna watch
but like I said,
to quote Vince McMahon, it's like anything can happen in the Just Too Sweet show.
Raul, see exactly what we're going to talk about. Before we have some bad news before we get to the good stuff, and I will pop it up. John Huber, better known in the WWE as excuse me, as Luke Harper in AEW, he was known as Brody Lee, passed away at 41 years old.
Wow.
Horrible of a horrible lung disease. His wife stated that it is not COVID related. He had a very bad lung disease. 41 years old is that's bullshit. I mean, he just got his feet under him in AEW. He's getting his push. He held a title already. He was the head of the Black Order or the Dark Order?
Dark Order.
The Dark Order, yeah.
He was a good dude. He was a skilled dude. And from what I understand, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. Yeah, man, this sucks. It sucks when you lose like a young guy like that, especially 41 years old. Just, right around Christmas, right around his birthday, too, I just saw.
Yeah.
He passed away. So that's absolutely horrible. Bert, if you could pick off the top of your head a highlight, what would that be? You think he had highlights in WWE or you think AEW was basically his highlight?
Well, no, for him, I feel like he the first match that comes to mind when I think of him is the IC ladder match he had with Dolph Ziggler. I think it was at TLC 2014 or 2013, where they literally like stole the show. Like that was like the best match on the card. But that was a really good match. And of course, I mean, it helps too that he was associated with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. But their matches that they had, especially with Shield, like early on, those matches tore the house down. And he was always just a good worker. Like he very not just a big guy for a big guy. He was always he was doing like more athletic stuff. He was very, very good in the ring. And like you said, it's just you see the support. Like last night on Raw, everyone doing the discus clothesline, which was a signature move, and especially what Xavier Woods said after Raw about him. It's just sad, because it's a guy like that. Like you saw it all over Twitter. Like everyone from the whole wrestling community, not even just WWE or AEW, were saying how nice he was, and how great of a person he was, how great of a father he was. And it's tough, because I didn't know that he had this condition. Like for me, I was surprised. I'm like, whoa, what the hell happened? Because it's like came out of nowhere, just so young too, which is just the sad part.
Yeah. Now, does anybody know if did he have a pre-existing like asthma, or was he susceptible to like lung infections?
All his wife said was lung disease, not COVID related.
So he had an underlying issue then, and he must have gotten ill.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that has
guessing that's
to be.
what happened.
Yeah. I mean, if you scrape away, the what ifs, I mean, it's obvious, and that's too bad. That's really too bad because 41 years old, like you guys said, I would say he was climbing to the height of his career in AEW. And it's funny, you're talking about his matches. I actually months ago stumbled upon an indie match with him and John Moxley from back in like 2008, maybe 2009. It was a while ago. I hear something. And it was a really good match. And it was Brody Lee versus John Moxley. And I think it was in California, Nevada. So I don't know, but it was old. And he was really good. He was really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, of course, the underlying question now is, he was with the Wyatt family, but he never caught on in WWE as a solo guy. They repackaged him as the Bludgeon Brothers, which was a complete shit gimmick. Eric, what would you have done with a guy like that to repackage him away from the Wyatt family? What would you have done for him? A big, athletic. Would you have shaved the beard off entirely and give him a whole new look, or would you have gone the crazy redneck route again? Like, what do you think? What would you have done?
I'll tell you.
To help the guy get over.
I'll tell you exactly what I would have done because I was booking it in my head when all that dissipated. I wanted he and Eric Rowan to shave off their beards, wear basic trunks, boots, and knee pads. I would repackage them as the skyscrapers, the new skyscrapers. Have them come down with Teddy. Normal guys, but just crazy workers, wrestlers. One of them, like Rowan's a little bigger, make him like the monster, like Sid, and Harper's like just a tad, dimensionally smaller, like maybe an inch or two and a couple pounds. Make him the worker, the prominent worker. You know what I mean? And make Rowan. They're both big, huge power guys. But if you ever watch the skyscraper matches, which Jim Cornette shits on, and as you guys know, I'm a huge Spivey. I'm a huge Sid and Spivey fan, and I don't think they get their due because they were that gimmick was awesome. Two tall, huge guys that power bombed everybody, and when they walked to the ring, they just looked psychotic. And they had Teddy Long sitting there running his mouth, and he just runs his mouth to everybody. He'd turn around, run his mouth to the cameraman, run his mouth to fans, run his mouth to the ref, run his mouth to Tony Schiavone, and then you got Sid and Dan Spivey, two of the scariest dudes in wrestling, standing behind him, and they get in the ring and they smash everybody. It was cool. It was a step in a new direction from the Road Warriors, because I know the Road Warriors are going to always be like the tag team, but let's be honest. Everything kind of plateaus at a time, and you kind of got to bring something new in to spice it up. I thought the skyscrapers back then were great, and I would have repackaged Harper and Rowan as the new skyscrapers, giving them some runt, even Harvey Whippleman. Whoever, and have them just start coming into the ring and just beat the piss out of the New Day, and just not do stupid crazy shit. Just do skyscraper-ish stuff, like. Do old school. If they're going to be try to repackage these guys old school, make it cool old school. Make it something that was getting over. You know what I mean? And I think it would have been fantastic if they were. Think about it. If they're just these clean shaven, psychotic looking, just guys with tights or trunks and knee pads, and I think that would have been awesome. I really have them come out to just a simple menacing music like the skyscrapers did. They used China White by the Scorpions. It's perfect. It was perfect. I think they should have not these bludgeon. They got like these Price is Right things. You know what I mean? Like and freaking like steampunk gladiator armor. That was stupid. That was the dumbest investment they ever put.
Medieval. Whatever the hell they call the guys who killed everybody off. Those medieval
executioners.
It was horrible.
That was so bad. That was so bad. If they just came in as skyscraper-like guys, two big monsters that just obliterated everybody, if they just had them come out, in a match, do a match and squash somebody. Next week, do a match, squash somebody again. Wait a week, Have them come out when two tag teams are going at it, squash them both, gain their prominence. You know what I mean? And it's like build them up, because you don't need to build them up a lot, because A, they're huge. B, they'll get over. Sooner, they're going to get over, because if you just keep acting like a dick and you're huge, like Jim Cornette says, goddamn, it's eventually it's going to go.
What the fuck?
Okay, what's up, Sam? Thanks for joining us. Raul, I agree with you. They did drop the ball with him. Bert, what would you have done to repackage a Luke Harper in WWE? I mean, because even when he went to AEW, he was kind of the same guy, but he was more in charge. He was the Bray Wyatt now in AEW, basically. So what would you have done? What could WWE have done to repackage him to get over with the fans?
Similar in what Eric said, but I don't know if I would have gone the skyscraper route, but definitely you would have had to have done a complete 180 for his look, because people are so accustomed to his beard and the long hair and the raggedy clothes. I would have definitely done some type of complete makeover, just look completely different character. Maybe, if you don't want him to talk as much, you can still kind of do that, but make him like a silent killer. Kind of like not like on a Goldberg level, but what I mean by Goldberg, like how Goldberg wouldn't talk for a while, he would just go out and just have 2-minute matches and destroy people. Like, you could do that with him. You can kind of make him like a really good technical guy that just wouldn't say anything, but like completely like no beard, no raggedy clothes, but like in a like actual working kind of a gear. But that's the only thing, because you would have to do something completely different, because if he has the same look, it's just going to be, Luke Harper in ring gear, which looks weird, because he could have done it. He's like I said, he was really good in the ring. He could have done anything, and he could work with anyone.
Like you said, what about AEW? You think it was a mistake to make him the head of that Dark Order, or
not necessarily? Because I don't blame that on him. I blame that more on AEW. Like I'm not mad that they signed him, that he's in that company, that he got an opportunity after being in WWE and not being able to do anything there, but they just kind of put him in the wrong situation, I think.
Can I got to interject here, Bert? You brought something up that I think is important. I think it's an important theme, prevalent right now in any wrestling organization at the moment. This darkness, evil, which I'm not anti-evil. I think it's great.
Not anti-evil. Not anti-evil.
I'm not anti-evil. I'm down.
We don't want to offend all you Satanists out there. We don't want to offend
I'm down with the devil. I'm down with the devil. I mean, he's just as phony as the other one. So I mean, I'm not knocking anybody. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, darkness and all that crap, voodoo and hillbilly, vampires and crazy, all this shit, Louisiana swamp inbred. I don't know. It's got to go. It's overdone, and I think. sorry. I think that we need why I like the New Day. Because they're colorful, they're upbeat, and the crowd. If you watch, they get a different reaction from the crowd than a lot of the other wrestlers do. Like, they actually get a genuine "yay, cool," from the crowd, not just yeah, and start the stupid ECW chants and shit like that are stupid. I think that there needs to be established, straight and narrow, and established dicks. You don't need to be an asshole. You don't need to be like the Prince of Lord of all things creepy and dark. It's like, okay, how many evil dark lords can you have? How many sadistic psychopaths can you have? It's like, oh wow, look, another one. Gee, so this is gonna go nowhere. Cool. It's like, do something different. Just do like an arrogant prick, and do have a pretty boy, and I think having Harper in that role of straight heel. Like, I just want to hurt people. We get in the ring, we're attacked, or whatever. Change the gimmick. I think that would have been great. But this darkness shit, I just don't think it's good. That's why nothing lasts, man. It's like very few nowadays. Dare I say John Cena is the last one that had anything stick. And you know what I mean? Everything
for a long time.
Everything rotates too much, man. It's just it's not interesting anymore. And I think poor John Huber, Brody Lee, is a victim of that because he was a talented guy, really talented guy.
So you don't like the Fiend?
No, I think the Fiend's stupid.
Really?
I think it's funny, but I think it's
supposed to be funny.
I think it's overproduced. I think it's way overproduced. It's like you have too much.
That's the point, though, I think.
I don't think it vibes, man. I think you know what I like? You know what I like? I like that faction, like the Nation of Domination thing they have.
Oh, the Hurt Business?
That's good shit. That is good shit.
They're just dicks.
They're just straight up assholes. And they're like horsemen-like assholes. And dude, that's like the breath of fresh air that the WWE needed. I hope that they keep that going and don't do something stupid like take one of them out and repackage them, and then the other three just kind of fade off again. No, they got to keep this shit going. That's good. That shit is really, really good.
I'm smiling and I'm laughing because you can tell which is the real old school guy. Because Eric, you're basically saying you want the pretty boy. You want this faction. You want you basically want the 80s back. And I'm just saying for us, I'm saying for us, fine, that's enjoyable. But again, we've said this many times. The average wrestling fan today could not handle a match from the 80s. They couldn't handle it.
Yes
I
and no.
You want your pretty boy. You want your your horseman style. But I don't know if the average fan can handle that these days.
But I don't know. But Tim, what can the average fan handle? They don't know what to handle because they've never handled anything for more than 6 months. Nothing is ever tried for more than a year. Nothing gets over. Everything gets changed. It's pretty obvious with the ratings, the sales, and the overall business that's gone down in the last 10 years that something isn't working and nobody's listening. The only thing that's working is NXT. I mean, it was, and now that's even like kind of getting stupid. So wrestling had a fundamental formula to it, and it got waved out and tweaked as the years went on. I get that. I understand you got to change with the times. I get that. But just answer me this question, okay? If I walk out into the ring and I have bright neon green tights, I have long blonde hair, I walk around skipping, high-fiving, doing this and doing that, and I get in the ring and I'm doing all this shit, and within 3 minutes, Tim Tabala, you were going to say, I want this guy to get his fucking ass kicked, and I can't stand this anymore. So just clothesline this guy and get him out of here, because that's what they want. Then you want a guy like anybody like Arn Anderson, or even let's bring modern era somebody like Bobby Lashley or Goldberg or somebody like that to kill me. Sheamus, yeah, just get in there and obliterate me. That I basically, you know what it really boils down to, Tim? I think that having all these anti-heroes in this gray area that wrestling is in, I think you need real established babyface and a real established heel. Because like if the Romans and the Greeks were all kind of like, oh well, this Greek's okay, but this Roman's not, you know what I mean? That there would never have been a conflict, you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of that's all I'm trying to say is I just don't think it's like I think there's too many writers. I think it's overproduced. I think they focus too much on talking, which everybody, I mean, that's a general consensus of every wrestling fan, you know? And I just think the WWE needs to be upheaved. You know what I mean? My opinion.
No Vince.
Well, obviously Vince, you know, all that growth hormone and Botox is like getting into his like adrenal gland. I don't know, whatever hinders your thought process. Whatever. Also, I don't know. He just can't. He just stick to the lunch menu and fucking stay up in Connecticut. You know, that's what he should really do. He's still he's almost 80 years old. Why is he there? Why is he there?
Baby, we'll never let that baby go.
No, he won't. He won't.
You're and to get it from my cold dead hand.
You probably will. You probably will.
And Triple
H is going to be gone by then. I mean, what's going to happen to it? Like, you know, he doesn't plan on staying there forever.
He ain't going nowhere. You
don't think so? You think he's bullshit?
They're gonna even when Vince dies, they're gonna cryogenically keep his body like Walt Disney, and like when they have ideas, let's go in the back. Let's see what Vince says.
What was that on?
What does Vince say?
Was that the Winter Soldier where they had the guy on?
Yeah.
That
but there's also the rumor that like Walt Disney I guess either they buried him like under the Disney park or whatever, the first one that they built, or some crazy theory. Like they'll probably do that with Vince. They'll like keep him like cryogenically frozen somewhere in like headquarters or whatever, and just be like, oh, we don't know what to do. Let's go ask Vince.
Don't turn him on. What the hell?
Supposedly they're actually thinking about making a physical Hall of Fame someplace.
Really?
Which if it's not in New York or Connecticut, it's a waste of time. That's where that should be.
Vegas. It's gonna be in Hartford, which is right in between New York and Connecticut.
Yeah, I bet it'd be someplace close.
It'd be Vegas or Florida, I would bet, right?
It better not be, considering he's based out of Connecticut, and the territory was always called New York.
New York.
It better be someplace over here.
Well, back in New York.
Yeah, exactly.
The cool Kevin
back
Nash
in New York, we did things this way.
Who
said that? William F. Buckley.
Kevin Nash.
You remember that story? Remember that story? They said that when they first got to WCW,
well, it was like everything
New York.
They
used to do
everything they were doing in WCW.
They would ask
them for something. I'd be like, oh well. Back in New York, we used to do
this. I guess I missed that. I have an interesting.
The best part is Sting and Flair were talking shit about them. Didn't know that they were right behind this wall and they could hear everything they're saying. So Sting said, if I hear those guys say back in New York one more time, like I'm going to kick their ass.
So they just kept doing it?
So Nash popped from behind the wall. Scott Hall, one of them, said, back in New York, we made sure people were out of the room before we talked about them.
I got an interesting quip. We're talking about Titan Towers in Stamford. Okay. So you guys remember IcoPro?
Yeah.
You guys know this one? It's too bad. I'm going to tell it anyway. So IcoPro was the failed venture of Vince's attempt at supplements and trying
that was the weightlifting federation, right? That he was doing?
No, that was the World Bodybuilding Federation.
Oh,
different,
right.
Same shit, different toilet. Yeah. So what it was a program and supplements you could order. Like you could order this program, you get a book and give you exercises, and you get these supplements and you get these pills and shit like that, like protein and creatine and whey and, carbon dioxide, flammulol glabulation. I don't know, whatever the hell all these guys take. And it tanked. Like nobody bought it at all. It was the worst. Absolutely. They said, guys who sampled it said it not only tasted bad, it didn't do anything. They actually chemically analyzed it, and it was like bullshit. Like there was 3/4 bullshit and one little bit like real supplement. So anyway, when he was rebuilding Titan Towers, expanding it, he had a warehouse full of product of IcoPro. Okay. And then all of a sudden one day it's gone. Okay. So about 10 years later, on the site of Titan Towers, they planted new trees and they re-landscaped and excavated and everything, and they planted new trees. The trees were like this big, like when they planted them. So 10 years later, they were like 180 feet tall. And so and people were going by going, didn't he just plant those trees? And then all of a sudden, it's this giant forest, you know what I mean? It's huge. And everything, it was exponentially growing. So what happened was that who are the guys that the DEC, Department of Environmental Conservation, is that what that is? They sampled the soil. Lo and behold, it was like steroid enhanced dirt. So what they found out, Vince never admitted. He might have admitted to it. I don't know what happened because he didn't really break any laws. He kind of did, but he kind of didn't. They dumped all the ICOPRO in there when they were redoing the whole thing. So there's like an ICOPRO. Remember like the ET dump, the Atari dump? Mm-hmm. That's like the ICOPRO dump. So isn't that cool? What the fuck, guys? I'm telling you a cool story, and you guys are fucking sitting there, fucking flying.
I never heard this story.
You're still talking. You're still talking.
You're still talking.
You want me to interrupt you? You're still talking.
I don't know. I just wanted the reactions. So, but anyway, no. The ICOPRO dump is it's a real thing. Like if you search it, it'll show you like aerial photos. This is great. Like it'll show you like when it's being done. Like and it's like you see these little shrubs and shit. It'll show you like 6 or 8 years later, like these like massive like maple trees and shit that are like humongous and shouldn't be that big. It's really, really funny.
So
it worked.
So it worked.
It worked, yeah.
It worked on trees.
Well, it worked on trees. It didn't necessarily work on Bret Hart. Yeah, Raul. Isn't that a cool story?
I'll put it up there, Raul.
They, put it up there. It is. It's true. Because I think, I'm not sure what brought, I don't know. I mean, everybody's always watching Vince and everybody's always looking to bust his balls. I'm pretty sure something happened, like a zoning. I don't know. I'm not even going to. I'm just going to like lie about it and say like somebody did something and tested something from someone else who said something to them who didn't know. And then I know that didn't make sense, but either way, the soil got tested and it had like creatine and monohydrate fucking nut shrinker in it. I don't know, but whatever it is, it had like
that story is simple. Vince can't do shit other than wrestling.
Exactly.
Everything he does outside of wrestling fails.
XFL
twice. Well, I blame COVID for the XFL thing.
Yeah, that might have. You know what? There might have been potential this time around if COVID didn't come down. I'm not saying it would have been whatever.
The Rock sees the potential. That's why he bought it at a very good price.
Because The Rock never fails. Because his tequila is excellent.
That's
which is what I'm sipping on tonight's show.
Did The Rock also? Didn't he invest in Olympia too?
Did he what?
Didn't he invest in Mr. Olympia? Bodybuilding?
Well, he had the World Bodybuilding Federation. Remember that thing sucked?
No, The Rock. Like recently.
The Rock. Oh, I don't know what he did recently.
Maybe his company did. I'm not sure.
I heard whispers that he was going to be somehow linked to Olympia here in the future. Like,
you're not talking about Titan Games, are you?
No, I'm talking about like the real Mr. Olympia, like the real deal bodybuilding, Joe Weider, all that shit. Yeah. No, the WBF was awful. Remember that, Tim?
That was shit.
Remember the show that was on Saturday morning on USA with that girl and Vince? Vince was wearing those fucking stupid 80s cutoff. Like, remember when those douchebags would like walk around like as soon as springtime came around, they'd get you. What they did, Bert, is you bought a big sweatshirt and you cut the sleeves like here.
Yeah, I've seen this footage.
Belichick style.
You cut the neck out and then you get a gold chain. And you strut around with your sweatpants and your low cut like Adidas, and you're like, it's like Vince was doing. He's a typical douchebag. So he was wearing that, and of course the girl was wearing all Lycra, and like they were interviewing like the bodybuilding guys. But the coolest part was like every now and then they'd show Heenan like running into something, or like Bobby Heenan, what do you do? Or Mean Gene, or they'd throw something wrestling in it. He couldn't, like Tim says. Couldn't keep away from the wrestling. He knows what works, but I guess he just wanted to try it. There were supposed to be 3 of them. There was only 2 of them.
Well, you know what? Too. No offense to the bodybuilders out there, but what kid wants to watch that? Like what kid? Like, he's talking to the kids of the WWE generation, or WWF, whatever, saying, hey, gonna come watch this. I don't want to watch that. It's bad enough I'm already watching half naked men roll around on the floor with each other. I don't want to go watch sweaty, jacked up naked men in their underwear, flexing and sweating and popping their veins. And it's like, dude, I don't want to see that. I don't care.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think it goes along with Vince's ideal of jacked up guy. He's a jacked up wrestler guy. If you were jacked up, if you were big, if you looked good, it did not even matter. You were signed.
Look at the size of it.
I'll give you prime examples. Warlord and Barbarian. Didn't ever even know who they were. Saw a picture, signed him. Ultimate Warrior, signed him. Kerry Von Erich, been wanting him since '84, signed him. Dave Batista, signed him. It's like he wants all these big ripped guys because Vince is a big ripped guy. As far as like enticing you to want to watch wrestling or watch bodybuilding, I think he was hoping for the correlation of like, Ultimate Warrior, Hogan, these guys that are big muscular guys. I would think he was hoping that would connect. But I mean, back in the 90s, teenagers like us, I mean, we were just thinking about three things: wrestling, girls, and drinking. So bodybuilding wasn't even though I worked out.
When these bodybuilders come on, you're like, wow, Hogan ain't shit. Ultimate Warrior ain't shit. Like all these guys are shit compared to these guys.
I thought that, but did you actually see when they came in next to him? They weren't as big as they were as jacked, but they weren't like as big as the wrestlers. Like the Warlord.
No, I mean, they were. I'm talking about as far as their physical features were. They were definitely better than.
They put him to shame. Put him to shame.
Yeah.
But
which kind of hurts your company a little bit if I'm thinking it that way.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Sam. Well, Sam hit the nail on the head right here. That's exactly what they were. Was ripped on steroids. 100%, Sam. Ripped on steroids. Which I don't have a huge problem with, but
when used in moderation.
Well, yeah. I mean,
because they do give steroids for people that are having like issues that can't develop muscle.
Yeah,
like medically, it is a thing.
You get steroids if you have a bad enough cold. They'll give you steroids.
But the thing is, when you think steroids, you think like in the bathroom.
Yeah, needle in your ass.
In the bathroom of the gym, getting a needle up your ass.
Well, I mean,
All
right, let me dispel a few things here. I may or may not know a little bit about
welcome aboard, Donnie. Good to see you,
Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
I may or may not know a couple of things about steroids. So, like, if you're injecting steroids, the best, you got to go to the meatiest part, obviously, at your rear end. Also, you can go like in your leg and your hip. And the reason that guys like the injectables is because they're more soluble and faster, and they don't have to travel through organs that can potentially be damaged. Like if you're taking the pills, dude, they got to go through your stomach, to your kidney, to your liver, and everything just gets crushed. Your organs just are getting like stretched to the limit. But the other problem is obviously the plaque and the cardiovascular issues that happen when you take steroids. It's like you could take steroids for 5-10 years and have the plaque and like the enlarged heart and the cardio and the bad cardiovascular issues that like somebody who has like heart fit. Not what am I trying to think of? Like heart failure, the congestive heart failure, or like COPD. Like when you're because what it does is it inflates your heart, which makes your lungs pump faster, which weakens them, and it's just like it's basically it can be, doesn't always do that, but it can be because a lot of guys don't know how to take what. Like I was kind of school.
We got to slow this train down for a second. Now we're getting into the meaty good puff stuff now.
Okay.
As you said, you don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
Now you don't think it's a bad thing as far as training, or as far as like you don't care that if the whole WWE was jacked up on steroids?
Both. I think that you should probably be in somewhat. I mean, I don't mind the old, like what when JR's like the old wrestlers with the beer, with the whiskey breath and the cigars and them halls, and Harley Race he'll hurt you. He'll hurt you. But
that's really good.
Yeah,
I know. And you know what? I love JR, and I'm not meaning any disrespect by it. Like, and I'm not doing anything anyone else. Like Bruce Pritchard, I'm gonna take him like this, but you don't see Bruce doing whatever. So fuck you, Bruce. You're
but since the Bell's palsy, you have to do the Bell's palsy face.
You have to.
Goddamn, he's as tough as a $2 steak. Goddamn.
Exactly. Nobody today is going to do a JR impression pre-Bell's palsy. It's just not going to happen.
Damn you, Helmsley! Damn you, Helmsley!
Yeah, I just don't want to be like. I'm just always afraid that like somebody's going to see a clip and like turn me into like a viral thing, like going, "Oh, look at this dickhead picking on JR." Then Cornette's going to be like, "The fucking assholes on that fucking podcast picking on fucking JR. Fuck you."
Hey,
I mean, that'd be great, though.
To curse us out, I would love every goddamn second.
I just thought of that. I'm like, wait a minute, that would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good.
Back to your question. Okay, look, I'm not an anti-steroid guy. I'm not an anti-steroid guy in any sport, whether it's baseball, football, hockey, wrestling. I'm not, because I'm here to tell you that they've probably been taking steroids probably since the late 50s, early 60s. They've been being used by bodybuilders, it's proven, since the 40s, and other athletes, just not in the propensity that they are today or at the breakdown or availability that they are today. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, since the late 60s at least, baseball, football, all those guys, they've all been taking gas. However much or however little, I don't know. But I guarantee you that I'm going to say 50% of your star athletes have either taken them once or cycled them.
Not
now. Well, Tim, there's always a way around everything, man. I'm telling you. And I know these baseball players are looking lean now, so they're probably not. But like you've got some pretty freaky looking football players out there, man. You just don't look like that. I don't care what kind of natural athlete you are. You don't look like that. That's just you're on the gas, and there's no two ways about it. Now, that being said,
football tests the worst though. That's why I disagree with you on that. They test hardcore. I don't buy that. When they say that, I don't buy that. I still think it's half bullshit. I really do. I think they say they do. I don't think they really do. Yeah, but I don't see who looks like who would you say? Who would you think?
Like right now,
like a JJ Watt type guy?
No,
because there's no Lyle Alzado anymore. Like that guy, you're like, yo, that guy's jacked on something. Like you could tell just by looking at it that Lyle Alzado is definitely on something.
Well, Clay Matthews was looking pretty good for a few years, man. He was pretty big, man, and he was pretty ripped. I'm just saying, like, probably his first 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, he was jacked. I'm just saying, modern era. But here's the thing. I view steroids as like, is it cheating? I don't know. Like,
this is a whole nother ball of wax.
This is a whole nother ball of wax.
Let's get
Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Do I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame? Is that what you asked? Yes, I do.
Even though he's a fucking cheater.
I'll admit.
My problem with steroids is either you all do it or none of you do it.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Now, Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he started juicing. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, he was
100%.
And he did it, and he not only did it out of jealousy. I mean, this is not my quote. You can Google this because I got shit last time I said this, and I went crazy, and I went absolutely crazy on somebody who accused me. It was in Center Sports Talk, one of the chats. It was also racially motivated. that Barry Bonds did what he did because he couldn't stand the fact that Mark McGwire held the home run title. Fact. Google it. I am not making this up. He could not stand the fact that a white guy was the home run champion, which is why all of a sudden he grew 7 arms and 5 necks and his face blew up and he was fucking. He looked like a anime.
He looked like a big milk dud.
He did. He looks like a big fat douchebag now too. I mean, you know what I mean. He's a big. Let me tell you, if you do the stats, stat by stat, year by year, up to about 97, when Bonds supposedly upped the gas, he had a Hall of Fame career. He was on
his way.
He was on par for at least 550 home runs. He was on par for a good amount of stolen bases and a lot of RBIs. And his batting average was, what, in the 280s, 290s? I mean, there were a few years he hit 300, so it's like he had an established good career. He had a Golden Glove or two. I mean, maybe more. I don't know the exact number. But
he was a great outfielder. He was a great outfielder, too.
I agree with you, though. I agree that he probably said to himself, what have I been – you know what he probably said to himself? And he made the wrong – like that snap judgment when you make it at the wrong time. I think that he probably realized too late that he should have been doing it before, slowly, instead of like all of a sudden. Like, here's the thing. It's like, oh, nobody's going to notice this now. Yeah, okay. You go from doing 35 home runs a year, which is respectable, by the way. That's a lot of home runs in a season. I mean, if you really think about it, 35 to 40 home runs is a pretty good feat. I mean, back in the day, that was about the most guys hit. If they were hitting 40 home runs, I mean, they were the home run kings. I mean, let's be honest. Then you go from doing that to what, like fucking 70 home runs and then 70, whatever. Yeah, I think he made the wrong choice at the wrong time. He said some wrong things at race, and you know what? I'm not going to get into this whole race thing, and I'm not going to get into anybody's right or anybody's wrong, but he did. I have looked up that quote, and it's a primary source quote. He did say that. I even verified it with Faraci. He even said yes.
I got attacked. I got attacked by somebody at Center Sports Talk.
I remember that.
Blasted, and I went absolutely crazy. I dug out the article. I printed the article on the page. I said, dude, I'm not making this up. I'm not just saying, hey, it was racially motivated. This is what Bond said. He didn't like the fact that a white dude won the title. If Sosa would have won, he might not have, done the steroids. But it wasn't. It was because McGwire won. So it's over. But one more thing, Eric, before I want to switch these gears to you too. Then, if you're okay with the steroids, now what about all our favorite wrestlers that the steroids might have? Like I said, I'm saying might have attributed to their early deaths. Now, not all of them, obviously. I don't know if someone like the Big Boss Man was doing steroids. I think just or Roddy Piper. I think the wear and tear and the slamming and the hitting and the dropping and the all had to contribute.
I think that's a little bit. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I think it's more of the lifestyle that they did.
Yeah. I'm not saying your Ultimate Warriors. Yeesh. Your crushes. Your those guys definitely had to have that.
I mean, Hogan is literally a Terminator today. Like he's literally half machine. His body broke the fuck down.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I think. Yes. I'm going to say a guy like Rick Rude, Ultimate
perfect
Warrior, Kerry Von Erich probably would have been down that road had he not, committed suicide, God forbid, and rest in peace, Kerry. And Rick Rude and the Warrior. All these guys that are going Mr. Perfect, but you got to understand something too. Steroids, I will agree, were a contributing factor probably in their demise, okay? But had they just been doing steroids like Lex Luger, who only partied right at the end with pills, he never took a drug in his life other than testosterone until he and Elizabeth started hanging out. And for some reason, those two became toxic, and they started partying.
We're going to get into that because I still hate the fact that he's getting an Icon special on the WWE Network, which he does not deserve. But go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and I'll get with any on that too. But I'm gonna say, Crush, Perfect, Rude, the Warrior, all those guys that we lost prematurely, Hawk, they were all hard drug users. They just didn't. And when you're taking copious amounts of alcohol, copious amounts of pills, you're taking downers to go to bed at night. You're taking uppers in the morning. You're washing it down with coffee in the morning, with vodka at night, and then on top of that, you're taking all these bodybuilding supplements and or steroids. I mean, you're just making your body go like this. And it's only a matter of time until one day it shuts off. Rick Rude, 42. Mr. Perfect, 43. Ultimate Warrior, 56 or 58. Like Bert said, and Bert made a good point. Hogan is basically he's basically a cyborg. He's got like 6 fake hips, like a fake eye socket. He probably doesn't have any balls anymore. Well, he never probably has. He's got a big white ass, so you see that.
It's funny how you get guys like Test. Take Test for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he died 20s,
really young,
in his 30s,
31, 32,
early 30s.
And then here's Ric Flair walking around drinking 30 beers a day, doing all kinds of horrible shit, and he's still going.
Ken Patera.
Oh, he was big into that shit. Yeah. How is he alive?
And I just watched. You ever hear that show, Monty and the Pharaoh? These couple of Long Island douchebags that do shows. They're actually not that bad, but they're from Long Island. And, I have to pick on them.
I like how you buried them, and then they're actually not that bad.
They're actually not that bad, but fuck them.
Yes, Long Island. That's how we say it here.
Long Island. They're from Nassau.
From Long Island.
They're from Syosset, Nassau.
LAW.
Nassau.
Island.
Ken Patera was on their show, and he's sitting there drinking the pounders of the Miller High Life. He's just sitting there drinking. I mean, the guy's like 117 years old. He's you can see like his huge arms are all like 3/4 skin, and he hates the Democrats. It's so great. He's such a douche. He's just going. You gotta love him because he's got his views and he sticks by him. But he's just an old cranky fuck. But how is he? Like you're saying, how is he alive? I mean, this is the guy who was an Olympic strongman.
Superstar Billy Graham.
How is he?
He's the Billy Graham. Holy
he used shit. To. He would drink. He would drink like something this big every day of steroids for 20 years, and it's like Jesus.
He's another broken down son.
He's got no fucking hair. He's got no hips. He's got no knees. He's got no fucking ankles.
And he was broken down in the late 80s when he was trying to make his little comeback. He was already.
It's been 30 fucking years, man, and he's still. How is he still alive?
But look. How many
livers? He's had 17 livers? Like probably 2 of them were from a crocodile. I mean, I don't know how this guy's still alive.
Look, everyone's different. That's the thing. So you can take however much stuff you do, whether it's even Kevin Nash and Sean and Scott and the Natties when they were destroying somas and muscle relaxers, like doing that shit all the time. But everyone's body reacts differently. Like Iron Sheik is another one. How the hell is he still alive? Iron Sheik is like you
guys.
Crazy.
Oh boy, you guys ever see the one where they were fucking with him on Howard Stern?
Yes,
that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. When they had the guys dressing up as the Killer Bees, then you had the one guy dress up as the Macho Man, and the one guy dress up, and he's getting pissed because he
was Hogan on the phone, but it wasn't Hogan on the phone.
Wasn't Hogan on the phone, and then
I bit you, Hulk Hogan.
Did you see how pissed off he got though when Bubba the Love Sponge came out? I fucking put you in the fucking camel. He's gonna put him in the camel clutch. Make him humble.
Jabroni, I put you in the fucking camel clutch.
That's a guy. I don't think he understands kayfabe. I don't think he understands it at all. I don't think he gets it.
No. And he wanted beer the whole time, and Howard's just like, get him a beer. Get him a beer.
Hey, big man, stop get the Heineken.
Bob Backlund. He put
Yeah.
him in the couch match and he beat him.
Yeah, he made him humble.
He humbled him.
He made him
my
humble.
God.
That's it.
Fucking, I wouldn't have. I'll tell you what. I've heard stories about the Sheik from the Samoans, man. I mean, he wasn't the guy to fuck with back in the day. Like, he would wad you up.
He's
Like,
legit.
he and
Well, he was
Backlund were like
the Sheik. So I mean, you got to
the
be a
Shah of
bad.
Iran. Yeah. Asaharabana, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Like, fuck, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna insult anyone, but that's what he says. Like,
Well, the anniversary just passed of him beating Bob Backlund in the Garden.
it
And that's
did.
when all those memories started popping up because that's exactly when I started watching wrestling. Was that
Almost
same,
when I did too. Almost when I did too.
same year because I said that's when Soul Patrol beat the Samoans, and then
Mhm.
Hogan came back. And when Hogan came back, you know, he used to say like the greatest line ever, which is "It just turns me on." Thank God he dropped that because he said it
Yeah.
way too much. Just turns me on, Mean Gene. It's
Just
like,
turns
whoa,
me on, BG.
calm down there, brother. Calm down.
Aren't you glad that he adopted? Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Or
Yeah, that's that turns me on thing wouldn't have lasted much longer.
no, if their flash dance was like over, man. Like, get on with it, Hogan.
All right, so let's jump into this Lex Luger thing real quick because he's getting an icon. First of all, he murdered.
Not just him.
I'm just saying it right now. He murdered her. I
Get it
don't
out.
care. I don't care what the toxicology report says. He murdered her.
Shit.
Shoved pills down her throat and he murdered the poor woman. I don't care. Screw that guy. Does he, Bert? Well, we'll go with you first. I know Eric's most opinion. Does he deserve an icon documentary on the network?
I mean,
You can be honest. I'm not going to attack you if you say yes.
it's like, hey.
Jim's not passionate about this.
I've never been a Lex Luger guy, but I guess for the time that he was the guy or was trying to be the guy, he is a pretty big name, so I guess it is pretty fair that he gets one. But
For a whole documentary, an icon.
but I don't think these are going to be like 2-hour episodes. I think they're going to be like 30, 40-minute episodes. It's not like, because it's him, Yokozuna, even though Yokozuna should probably get a longer one. Beth Phoenix, who else? You saw the preview, right? Like 4 of them.
No, I didn't even see the preview. I just saw him. I just saw Luger.
Yeah, there was
they
they did a preview and they showed like 5 minutes of each person. It was him, Beth Phoenix, Yokozuna, and I think like somebody else I forgot. But I mean, yeah, it's your opinion. It's fine. I'm not a Luger guy.
I'm not a Luger guy either. I never was.
So here's Lex Luger now, or then.
That's
Here's Lex Luger.
That's like 93.
That's about 93 Lex Luger. So
I know that belt. That's why.
I'm trying to find what a good one. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. There he is now. Ah!
These on Tales from the Crypt.
He looks like Gollum.
Wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Look. What the fuck is that? Tim, I'm sorry. Tim, I'm sorry. I have to. I'm sorry. I have to.
You can do it.
There it is.
Look at that. Look at that. He's
Okay,
posing,
that's
saying,
natural,
"Man,"
right? Is that
saying,
natural?
"Man, I'm going to kill this woman." Yeah, that's
Is that
natural.
natural?
When he was with Elizabeth, yeah, definitely.
So he was.
I mean, she looks. Oh, that's all. That's too bad. Like that really. That's really too bad that really had to happen because it seemed like Elizabeth was coming out of her shell and being like, kind of like, look, I'm not shitting on the Macho Man, all right? I'm not gonna. You get in there and stay in the room and lock the door. I'm not getting like that, but it was fun.
Crazy.
It was fun to see. Like, it was crazy.
He's a fucking lunatic.
No, he was crazy.
He's my favorite wrestler of all time, but after that dark side of the ring, he's fucking crazy.
I mean, let's be real. I feel like with Elizabeth, the stuff with Luger, I think that was kind of like her kind of acting out because of all the years that Randy
100%, 100,
pushed her down.
Well, he was Mr. I was married. I had kids. I had a little house in Atlanta. You know, He never, like I said, he always trained, and he was like, he followed Hulk Hogan's rules, basically. Trained, said his prayers, and ate his vitamins. So he always did that. And then when he got like a taste of the sinful ways of the flesh, like all of a sudden he's like, wow, you know, like Liz, this, that, you know, I'll buy another house.
Thanks to Born Again Sting we know about.
Yeah, Mr. Born Again fucking bullshit, you know. Let's use it, you know. Oh no, honey, I'll go to church. Hang on, I gotta go sign papers on this other house that I'm buying that you don't know about. And it's like give me a fucking break. So he buys this other house
complex to another apartment, just you know.
Yeah. I mean, like your wife's not gonna go through your mail. Like, do these guys are they stupid? Like, you know, like
yeah, but that's Goodfellas balls.
Yeah,
not only is he buying a house for your girlfriend, he's setting her up in the same complex. I will give Luger credit on that alone. That's Henry Hill balls right there.
Balls.
That is
big fucking balls.
That's big
crazy.
Ones. It's big. You got some big grapefruits.
You got some big cojones.
So like, okay. So like he's like taking like 17 somas at a time. And you know, like 15 Vicodins and whatever, and they had to throw in the vodka, you know. Oh, and they were drinking vodka. Oh, and allergy medicine, by the way, that was in there. So, how the fuck, you know? It's sad. Now, compounding on my statement there, do I think he deserves an icon thing? No, I don't. I don't think Luger deserves that one bit. Not just because of that.
No, based on wrestling alone,
no.
I'm joking with the whole Elizabeth thing.
Well, of course, but
kind of. But I mean, just based on the fact, I don't know. I don't think his WWE career was anything great. I don't think it was good at all.
No,
and his WCW career was only good when he was with the Horsemen.
It was mediocre at best, right? Mediocre at best.
I just don't think he deserves an icon. I mean, Yokozuna wasn't around a lot, but that guy has two world championships to put in his back pocket.
And he transcended. And he changed the business.
Yoko could work. Yoko could work
for a fucking guy his size. Are you kidding me? He could do more shit than Luger could. So he deserves it. But she does deserve it. She's she was one of the first women to wrestle and not show her ass off and have a lingerie match. She was legit.
I like those muscle chicks.
I don't mind getting her.
No, I would. Oh, yeah. No, especially Beth Phoenix. She was the best one.
No, that's a whole nother show too. But I mean, I do like the real muscle. Let me tell you something. If a woman has a 6-pack, I'm out. I'm out. That is the scariest shit. That is the scariest shit to me.
No.
I'm out.
Oh, no, man. No, I love it. I love it.
Not a 6-pack.
You know what's even better is when they. Okay, I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm gonna. when they have a 6-pack.
If you have kids watching, please.
Yeah, this is where the parental advisory goes up. So, like, let's just say that you're at a park and your girlfriend, who happens to be a ripped model, is laying on a towel reading a book, and her belly's sticking out. The coolest thing is when they have those rings in their belly and they have like a ripped 6-pack. It's like if you flick that belly button ring, it's like those things that you tie dogs or horses to that are stuck in cement, like those big, or like when you tie your bike or the bench to. Am I making any sense?
No, who flicks a belly ring?
I have.
You're flicking a belly ring?
Yeah.
On a 6-pack?
Yeah. She was laying there. Oh boy. I'm like, okay, nobody knows. I'm not mentioning names.
I don't have a disclaimer up. No names.
No names. So anyway, I had a friend and we were hanging out and I was like, whatever. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, this is before belly button rings were fashionable, by the way. Like when every chick now has the stupid, oh, look at my nose ring and everything, whatever.
I despise nose rings.
I like nose rings, by the way. Back in the day, they were great. The hooked ones, though, not those stupid studded ones that all these inspirational meme fucking mom thing, whatever. Onward. So I'm hanging out with the chick, and I'm like, okay. So she had like a belly button ring, and I was like, cool. And I started flicking it, but it was like going because it was like because she was so like muscular, like it just wouldn't move. So I'm like, this is awesome. But I got looking at it, and I'm like, how is this thing in there? Because it looked like the skin. It looked like you could literally just go like this and take it out. But I would like, I'd have my arm around, and I'd start pulling on it, and I'd be like, fuck. I'm like, wow. It was like it was cemented in there. And that's why I'm saying it reminds me of like those rings that are like in the cement, like when you like tie the bench because you don't want the looters to take it.
What did she say?
How you like that, looters? You don't want
What did
people
she say?
to hear you. You know what I mean?
But what did she say now?
When I did that?
I know what she said. Stop doing that, Eric.
Actually,
because a woman with a six-pack can only talk like that.
Stop doing that.
Actually,
oh, it tickles.
oh, you don't want. Well, I don't want to tell you what happened next, but let me just tell you.
Do I know this person, by the way?
No, you don't know this.
Okay. Okay. Good.
You don't know.
I don't want to know.
Talk about kinky.
But yeah, just so you guys know, when
This
a
is
girl.
new name, guys. Wait, hang on. New name. We got a new name. Hector, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. Make sure you,
How we doing?
make sure you share us out to everybody you know.
Share the hell out of us.
Share the hell out of it.
We usually have topics to talk about, Hector, but it's the new year, so we decided to get a little wacky today. That's why this conversation is going off on tangents. So I hope you are enjoying it.
Yeah, what he said. So listen, because girls are all provocative today, and they have their their quips and this, that, and the other thing. I can't even go into this anymore. I can't talk about this anymore because it's gonna start getting X-rated, and then I'm gonna start getting calls. And
no, we're not gonna get X-rated, but here's a perfect thing. I'm gonna ask you two guys. I wish. I guess Dave. By the way, is Dave gone? Does Dave not want to do our show anymore? Did he really get too big? We have to investigate.
I don't think he got too big. I don't think he got too big. I think he thinks he got too big. But if you look at the ratings for the Just Too Sweet show, the A to Z program, by the way, I think we got a line. My heart's still there, so don't think this is anything. But I don't know. I read between the Just Too Sweet show, Dave, whatever. Listen, Dave. Here's on behalf of my brothers of the Just Too Sweet show. Where are you? What are you doing? Put the nail polish down.
This is like a wrestling angle.
Yeah.
Dave's missing.
Are you
like where he is?
Do we need to resurrect Leslie Nielsen and get him going on the? There's a Dave sighting.
Freaking
Like,
Dave.
yeah, I saw him around the hospital the other day.
Yeah. We could be like investigative Bert. Like Bert, give him a Sherlock Holmes hat, and he walking around Tampa going, "Oh, where's Dave?"
I'll have a serious conversation with him now, but I'm not going to do it on their show. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of going on to their show now.
No,
making comments. I'm gonna do it on the side. Say, Dave, where art thou, Dave? Because you left us behind. Just because your head got a little too big for your body, looking like a Funko Pop or something. It's not right. It's not right.
Funko Pop, Dave.
It's not right, Dave. Sorry. I'm the nice one, Dave. I'm the nice one, and I feel slighted. I feel a little slighted. I gotta say, I'm feeling a little slighted lately, Dave. I don't know what's going on. Wow, we took a major left turn there.
We did.
But yeah. All right. So bottom line is, none of us think Lex Luger, but just based on wrestling, not the fact that he murdered Elizabeth, just based on wrestling alone, he does not deserve to be an icon special. Am I right?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Luger had what? He had the clothesline. He did this. He did like the back elbow. He did the power slam. He did a few wrist locks. He did the torture rack. He did a few wrist locks. His chain wrestling was sloppy, I thought, because I think he was like too stiff. Like, cause if you saw him in there with somebody like Owen Hart or somebody like that, like you could see that Owen was
or Tatanka
tooling around with him, like a real worker would like work circles around him. You know what I mean? Like Flair, these guys.
He has that. It's like when you're too big, so you can't move fast, so it looks weird when you run.
Yeah,
he would do that.
Yeah,
that kind of close
like that. Like you look like a He-Man figure, like trying to take a punch.
you know what's great? We're talking about Macho Man with that special. You ever notice how the guys be like, all the wrestlers be like, oh yeah, he really kept her down. You know, he kept her locked away. He kept her, but then 5 seconds later, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. I don't blame him. Because like we're such scumbags. I don't blame him for keeping her hidden. Because how hot was she? And especially in the 80s at that time. Like, yeah, so they would kind of shit on him and then be like, oh no, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him keeping her locked away because we were a bunch of animals.
I would have done that too, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So I always thought that was great about that.
Did you think Elizabeth? You thought she was hotter in the 80s than the 90s? I thought she was hot in the 90s. She had like that skanky mom look. Like,
she was getting hot. Yeah, she was getting hotter.
It was like when you went over to your buddy's house.
She got a little thicker in the 90s.
Yeah, like when you went to your one buddy's house who had that mom that was like secretly really hot, and you're like always wanted to go over. Let's go to your house.
She went from wearing like the gowns to the hot like little skirts for the NWO and stuff. So I definitely got a lot hotter.
She was slightly skanky, and it was nice.
Slightly sluttier.
You know why? Because she was
really good.
She was a heel. Yeah. Heel women are always better looking than face than the good girls. Always.
Okay. Let me present this then, Tim. Since we're on a side note here, Sensational Sherry, hot or not?
Crazy.
No, I never understood her looks. I never understood based on her.
I didn't find her attractive either, but I could see how someone would be attracted to her.
Oh,
but see, this is good though. This is good because this is to see that I'm afraid to have this show that we're talking about right now. I wanted to dedicate a show to the women, but I was afraid.
Let's do it.
Exactly. I was afraid where that show's going to go, man. Plus, I don't know if
we can control ourselves, okay?
But let's say someone like Bambi's watching. I don't know if she's watching tonight.
I haven't heard from Bambi much. I don't know what's going on in Harperville.
Even Stephanie, if Stephanie's watching, how offended will they be?
They won't be.
Nowadays, you can't say anything. Nowadays, they'll be like, oh, we're going to rank our top 10 divas, not top 10 women. Based on skill? No, let's base them on looks.
No, based on ass. Yep.
So, I don't know. So, it gets a little. But no, Sherry, never understood it. Never got it. Never liked her.
I don't know why. I thought she was sexy. I thought she was sexy as hell. I really did. Especially when she was with Harlem Heat.
That white trash meth thing going on for her, I guess.
Sometimes that's sexy, dude. Oh man, I'm telling you, don't discount those. Don't discount those down and trodden white girls. Don't discount them yet.
When you think about it, Elizabeth dominated in the '80s. I mean, Wendy Richter, all those chicks, Ronnie Kakai, and the Fabulous Moolah was still around then. Which
God,
you know, what I'm saying she dominated the '80s, and that was until Sunny came along.
Ooh.
Sunny was a breath of fresh air for everybody.
Well, you ain't shitting there.
So,
man, I like her better than Sable. I thought Sable. I didn't like Sable at all.
Alundra Blaze is all right.
Oh, Medusa was sexy, man. Medusa was sexy. She's. I know what Tim's gonna say. She's mannish.
She wasn't Sunny, but she was.
She had her moments. But yeah, she was kind of mannish.
Sunny was.
Well, yeah.
Sunny was perfect for a chick that didn't wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
She was perfect.
Fine.
Yeah.
Let's just get this out here right now. I'm going to ask you both. Tim, Sunny or Sable?
Sunny.
Bert?
Sunny. Sable sounds too annoying.
Awesome.
Well, I understand Sable had the huge knockers, but they were completely fake and not even at all. Like not even at all realistic.
For me, Sable just had an annoying voice.
She was just like a wet tissue, man. Like you stand her up, she falls back down, and like I don't know.
You're damn right. I'm pissed off. I'm like, shut up, Sable.
Ooh,
Oh boy, hey, go back into Macy's and then get the purse you want. Then you stupid bitch. You know, it's like,
all right. So wait, just based on this alone, should we do that show? Should we do that one crazy woman show with a disclaimer at the bottom saying, "Please don't sue us or report us to Me Too movement" or something like that? I would like to have this conversation.
listen, man.
I had to about my wife watching the show. Hopefully, she won't watch and pay attention because that show might get a little crazy.
You know, because there's been a few times, Tim, you've said the word hot, and I kind of wondered, like, if you knew what you were saying, because
exactly, that's exactly.
Sam sees it,
dude. But see, Elizabeth back in the day was, you know,
she was a Southern Belle, proper lady.
She was probably. All right, I'll admit it. She's definitely one of the first that you start experimenting to from back in the day, especially in that white WrestleMania 4 when he won the title dress. That one went over well with me.
Yeah, she was pretty sexy in that. She was pretty sexy in that. She was pretty sexy.
That's nice.
That went over quite a few times, actually.
There you go.
Quite a few times.
Oh yeah, I can verify the compass pointed north a few times on that one.
And then she's tearing off the dress at SummerSlam. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And like you said, even that,
why am I so excited?
WO, she had that slutty mom thing on. You're absolutely 100% correct. And that's the dress is that short. Even the hair. I'm a long hair guy. But when she cut it, I was like, dude, awesome. Elizabeth.
Yeah. Like I wanted her. I wanted to go into I wanted this fantasy of like walking into this kitchen and she's like making grilled cheese and soup. And like going, Eric, would you like some? And, and like, yes, Elizabeth, I would. Why don't you go wait in the bedroom? It's like, okay.
You can have any meal you want in the world. And you just make grilled cheese and soup.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with green cheese. With
I'm not saying I'm not knocking it, but you could have been like, a nice big steak and this and that. But you're like, nah, grilled cheese and soup, man.
No, that's like, I want her making grilled cheese and soup, and I want her to go like, "Oh, can you move my dresser? I just can't lift it up." Certainly, I'll go do it right now.
Yes, ma'am.
see, we just proved why Macho Man locked her in the rooms when he was.
Yeah, now I'm seeing it. Yeah,
you see it now.
Wait a minute.
We're just regular degenerates. Imagine the wrestling degenerates in the 80s.
Well, that's when it went rampant, dude. Like, that's when nobody gave a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Because what did Jake say? Jake said, he goes, don't bring your wife on the road.
Yeah, don't bring her on the road.
If you want to stay married. Yeah.
Don't bring your wife on the road.
So the Iron Sheik.
Hogan was on the road for 30 years. He had a happy marriage. The minute he stops wrestling, they get divorced.
Yeah.
That's something to that. Yeah. There's something to that.
And she marries a guy that looks like a young skinny Hulk Hogan.
Oh, don't get me started on her. She's on my top 10 most hated list, that bitch.
Yeah, she sucks.
Not the fact that they divorced her, but the fact that, like I said, she divorced him after all the time, married a 17-year-old, and took all his goddamn money, and made fun of him for it, and made fun of him for getting in trouble with saying the N-word. And then he almost killed himself, and she thought that was kind of funny, too. It's like, dude, really? You are the worst kind of hag I've ever seen in my life.
Is what she is.
I hate her.
Oh, hey.
Oh, Steve, we're dropping the C-bombs now on the show.
Oh! So, I got to say something. Back to the Macho Man and Elizabeth. So, it was Sal, the guy on Howard. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Howard Stern. I'm not even familiar with Howard Stern. I just know his name is Sal, and he's a real douchebag. He's funny, though. Whatever. So, he's the one that dressed up as Savage, okay? So, he's going off, and he is going off on the Iron Sheik. I mean, he's being bad. He's telling him he smells like camel piss, and he said he's like a taxi driving. I'm not even going to say what he called him. And the Sheik got up and was getting pissed off, and he's like, "You cheap." He's calling him, but he's okay. I'm paraphrasing and quoting. The Iron Sheik called the guy imitating the Macho Man a cheap Jew son of a bitch because he wouldn't buy Elizabeth a hot dog. And when she was locked in the room hungry and he wanted to fight him, and he kept inviting him into the room, and he wouldn't come in. He really thought it was Savage. Savage wasn't dead yet. Maybe he was. No, he wasn't dead yet. And he just kept. So then, if that's not bad enough, he hates the Ultimate Warrior. And that other guy, remember, he dressed up as the Ultimate Warrior, and he's in there screaming and yelling and stuff, and the Sheik's freaking the fuck out. Then the Killer Bees came on because he hates B. Brian. But Bert, you got to go watch that. That's probably some of the best.
Does anyone like B. Brian Blair? Let's just be honest with ourselves.
B. Brian Blair. He's a dick. He's a lying douchebag.
But you know what? I don't believe for a second that he wouldn't buy the chick a hot dog. I think that's where everything gets a little out of hand.
Not a hot dog.
No hot dogs for Elizabeth ever.
No
I don't buy that.
I don't want you having anything to eat. You don't get a
Give
deal.
her a bun. Give her a bun with ketchup, but no hot dog on that bun. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I'm the one that makes the money around here.
Yeah. I think that's why Lanny Poffo gets so offended sometimes. 'Cause it's like, look, he was very protective of her, but he wasn't insane. I mean, I think he was.
Randy was very protective.
I don't think for 1 second he wouldn't let her have a hot dog.
I talked like.
If we're going to elaborate on the actions of my brother, I think it needs to be accumulated that he. But you know what, Lanny? Just fucking say it.
You got to go deeper, though.
I can't
do it.
I can't do that because I'm not a douchebag like Lanny Poffo is. You know what, Lanny? You're okay because I got a feeling that somehow Lanny's going to see this. Lanny, you're all right. You're not the genius, okay? Your brother was better than you. Get over it, okay? Get the fuck over it, okay? Number two, fuck you and the Frisbees because, you know, you're fuck off. Number three, you remember the infomercial with that guy that did the things with the gazelle, like the guy with the ponytail who was always jumping up and down on cocaine and he had to – really?
What?
Tony Little? He had the hat. He was the buff guy.
Oh, yeah, Tony Little. Tony Little. Yeah.
Lenny Poffo was in he's like, well, I had a bad back for whatever, and as soon as I got on the Gazelle, I've been doing it for 5 years a year, and I can get back up again. It's like, no, Lanny, you suck. That's why your back hurts, because you took like 3 bumps a year, and you were, you know why you suck is because it's hard putting your brother's shadow on your shoulder and carrying it around because you suck. NWO, Lanny, right there.
I don't know. I just think the fact that he wouldn't let her have a hot
brother.
dog.
That's a shoot, brother.
I thought that was a shoot, but I said just the fact that he wouldn't let her have a hot dog. I mean, let's get a little realistic here.
Not a hot dog.
I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that.
No, I don't think so either. Especially since they're like, oh, Randy was very intense and protective, but I don't blame him. So it's like right there. Well, which is it? Are you going to bash the guy, or are you going to say, oh, I don't blame the guy? What's it going to be?
Is Savage stupid for doing that? Because what happened when Savage left her home to stay home? She started fooling around on him. She got other friends. Linda
she fooled around. We just know we started hanging out with slutty Hogan wife. That's stupid.
I think.
Bitch.
I think that dumb bitch had a lot to do with it. To be honest with you, I think she was stirring the pot. Myself,
and
I think
we won't get the admittance from anybody that Hogan's black eye at WrestleMania was from Savage. We'll never get that confirmation, and I want that confirmation.
You think it was
possible? I do, because that was the same time when he tells the story, even on the thing when Savage ran down into Florida because she wasn't answering the calls, and he went to Hogan's house and told Hogan, gave the letter. He's like, look, relax, brother. She's here. She doesn't want to talk to you. I think Hogan popped him in his face. And that's the same time frame as WrestleMania 9. That's where that black guy came from. And that's always been the rumor. I want confirmation that Randy Savage gave him that black eye.
Interesting. I never thought about that.
It's always been the rumor.
I never thought about that.
Hogan either wouldn't let him in or told him, look, calm down. She's here, but calm down. She doesn't want to see you. And popped him right in the face.
You have something there.
That's why every time I watch WrestleMania 9, I'm like, yep, Randy Savage gave him that fucking black guy right there. I say it with pride. I say it with pride and admiration. That blind asshole, Randy Savage, punched him in the eye. I love it. I love it for stealing Bret Hart's title. I love it.
So back to all right. So back to Lex Luger. So we can all agree his work was mediocre at best, and he got over based on his look.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Why else would Vince hire him?
I mean, they talked about it in the thing. Like they literally tried to make him the next Hogan.
Yeah. Speaking of talking about things, you guys hear rumors of the Dark Side of the Ring upcoming season?
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
I know they're in production, but I haven't heard what story they're going to do.
I heard potential first two are Brian Pillman and who's the other one? Is it Jake Roberts? No. It was definitely Brian Pillman was one of them.
That's a good one.
I heard rumors Ultimate Warrior. But Brian Pillman is the big one that's buzzing right now. So
I wonder if they're going to do an animal one, like an update.
Ooh. You know, there's supposed to be like 16 episodes in this new season or something. Like there's supposed to be a shit pile.
And how many of them blast Vince? That's what I want to know.
I heard that they're going to do a Vince McMahon one, a non-sanctioned Vince McMahon.
I can't wait to see who has the balls to come out for that one.
Oh,
I can't wait to see that. Like literally, who has the balls to come out and do that show?
Nobody working for WWE right now,
or that wants to in the future. Yeah, like
shit.
I also heard a Hogan one. They wanted to do a Hogan one, a Lex Luger one, but definitely the Brian Pillman.
You got to have the controversy, guys. You know,
you do.
It doesn't make even a Hogan one really wouldn't make sense to me unless something unearthed. I mean, he's had some controversy with the steroids and all that shit, but I don't know.
And when I mentioned his big white ass, like I'm talking about that porno film that they showed that one time.
Oh yeah,
you don't remember that?
Video. Yeah, the entrapment video. Yeah,
the entrapment video.
Yep. Scumbag.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's a douche move. That's a douche move.
Supposed to be one of his best friends, and he entraps him like that, and then tries to.
All about the love douche.
Fuck that guy. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
How do you do that to one of your friends? I can't even imagine that.
Well, why are you letting your buddy fuck your wife?
Yeah, exactly. To film him.
Just to film him. Come on. That's just I don't know. I'm not. I'm not into that shit. So
suicide shit. You know, that's when he was down and out.
Burry, all right down there or what?
Huh? No, I'm good. I just yawned. Sorry.
You need a Red Bull?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, but yeah, it's.
I'm good.
His darkest time.
Good. No.
Suicide.
Yeah, that was shitty, Tim. Because I got a feeling that, like, I think you're right. I think Linda is the key to all Hogan's woes here.
She absolutely is.
She took what out of his 200 million? She took 150 million of it. Threw him in the dirt. Back over.
This is why when he won that Gawker lawsuit for that tape, she can't touch that money. So right. I love the fact that he got like 300 million or whatever the hell he got for. I don't know how much he ended up getting. I love it. I love the fact that she can't touch that money.
Me too.
It's a big F you to her and her stupid ass.
Yeah. She sucks. She's just an awful fucking person. You know what I mean? She fucking sucks.
She's an awful.
Even when you watch like Hogan Knows Best, you can see that shit. Even though like it's not like they don't point it out, but you can see like, wow, Linda's kind of a little bitchy.
Yeah,
she's a bitch. She's a bitch.
Yeah, go drink your boxed wine and fucking write thank you cards, Linda.
Bang your 17-year-old boyfriend and stop trying to make your daughter famous. It ain't gonna happen unless she does a porn.
I was gonna say BTW Brooke Hogan, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
I'm teetering. I'm teetering more up than down.
I would be like this.
I'm not even gonna lie.
I wouldn't go full. I'd go like this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
There's times when she looks like her father. I don't want. I don't know what that says about me.
Oh, brother.
Let me show you something. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Whoa.
Can you imagine like playing Uno or like Clue, and you beat her, and she's like, well, let me tell you something, and it's like, all right, this date's over. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like,
No, there's just
starts
there's
like
just
tearing her
certain
sweater
things
off
You
and
can't
shit.
say because it'll be
Like,
too much
no!
triggering.
Yeah, imagine she's on a date and she finally gets this dude into bed and she like just jokingly around says, you know, what you gonna do? And you're like, oh, done.
Sorry.
Done. I'm not doing that job. I'm done.
I'm going home.
See ya.
That's
Bye.
it. You killed it. You just killed him. You killed him. He won't come back ever again. Have
What
a
you
good
gonna
night.
do, brother?
Whoa, pause.
Wow. You might as well just go sit in like a bucket of ice after that. You're done.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
That's-
But
that's
if we're talking,
that compass is broken.
If we're talking attractive daughters of professional wrestlers, I think Noelle Foley
Yes.
definitely thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yep.
I don't know how Mick was able to
Replicate
her?
that.
or replicate that,
Or not replicate.
or help create
create
that.
that?
I don't know how
Yeah.
that happens. I'm like that can't be her. That can't be his daughter.
I don't know if you look at her. If you look at her, she's got his features of feminine features of him.
Barely.
She doesn't
I
look
think-
like
I
the
think-
mom.
Eric, you like
Yeah,
Charlotte
it's
Flair,
just
don't
like
you?
it's weird.
You like Charlotte Flair.
Oh God, do I like Charlotte Flair? Oh,
I think she looks like a horse.
I'm starting to notice a trend here with Eric.
I think she looks like a horse, personally.
what's the trend?
he likes.
I like masculine women.
He like women that are in very good shape.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm not gonna lie. I've got two types. Okay, I've got the Nia Jax type, and I got the
Yep.
Charlotte Flair type.
Which is the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Nothing in between.
So,
That's
so opposite.
Wow.
yeah.
Man.
I am not ashamed of that. Like either one. Boots will knock on either way.
Well, if we're talking today, too, Bert, I know you watched today Rey Mysterio's daughter. She's very well put together.
I didn't know he had a daughter.
Oh, she's on the show
yes.
now. They put her on the show.
Really?
She's part of the storyline.
He does.
She's part of the
and
storyline.
She is
No shit.
She's
still a
beautiful.
little young, but she's beautiful.
Well, she's of age. You can say it. As
Gorgeous.
long as she's of age, you can say it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Speaking of age,
So-
let's throw a. I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in the just too sweet cog here.
We threw a lot of wrenches tonight, but it's okay.
Well, I just got to say that is a very cool and attractive. Fucking right, she is, Raul. Fuck yeah, man. Fucking
I
Raul's
don't know.
awesome.
She looks like a horse.
Raul,
I
that
don't know what
deserves.
it is.
You're getting recognition. You're damn right. You're damn right. Okay. I am sorry, but J-Lo at the Super Bowl shaking that around at 50.
I'm just looking into left field because that's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about women in shape, and Bert saw a trend. And I'm just throwing out. I was like, I'm looking at her going, I'm in love. I'm in love with everything about her.
But
and I don't.
listen. What's the one thing people always say? Like, oh, she looks great for her age. This one looks great for her age. You know why? Because they have all the money in the world.
Good.
How many 56-year-old average women who work in fucking Stop and Shop look like J-Lo? Zero. None.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
And I need to
hate
live
when
in the
people
now.
say that.
I get it. But
I hate when people say that. It's all about the money, baby.
it is. But I'm just telling you, she must have some genetics because nobody has an ass like that. Okay. And I'm not being a chauvinistic male. I'm saying that she is proportionately like whatever. So what I'm saying is where are you? Over here.
Hey, I gotta say something. The statements made by Eric Zant that Just Too Sweet Show do not reflect the opinions of PopCulturePros.com. All right, Steve's in the clear. I just want to put Steve in the clear, just in case.
I definitely agree that she's had enhancements, be it
Everyone has.
Be it
Everyone that makes that much money has.
yeah, I mean, if she had ass implants or like she takes growth hormone, like the Vince McMahon solution, I don't know, but like
I think that's natural. I think that's natural.
I think it is too.
I think the rest of it all had some stuff done. A tuck.
I think
she's had a couple of stuff done to her face.
I don't care. She's a fucking Latin beauty. I want to marry her.
Damn right.
I will be her pool boy. I will scrape the grease out of her stove with a fucking toothpick. I don't care.
Wow.
If it gets me into J-Lo's house, so she can just walk by me once a week, and I'd just be like,
okay, so should we do a very heavily pre-warned episode about the women in professional wrestling?
we could do. Look, we can.
I say
we
keep
can
it tasteful.
appreciate.
It's not gonna stay tasteful for long. So I'm just saying, should we do a very heavily warned? We'll put up disclaimers all over the place episode because it's going to start out with well intentions, but that's going to turn into Eric cleaning stoves with toothbrushes and ass implants and stuff like that.
Look, I just appreciate attractive women. I'm not generalizing or being whatever, because I think that that's stigmatized in society today. I think that people are too afraid to reflect their opinion about a person, be it male or female, on fear that they're going
to have an opinion today.
Ridiculed. Well, I got an opinion, and let me tell you something. Other than J-Lo, Shakira.
Oh look, see, she's here.
God.
Bambi, just in time. Just in time, Bambi. What do you is it okay for us to do a ranking women's show based on appearance, not their wrestling skills? Is that would that be offensive to you, young one? That's what I want to know. Because we only have 2 female fans.
Bambi and Steph.
Bambi. So I don't know if they would be upset by this type of show. And you can gladly chime in with whose man package you love. We're not going to judge you on that.
Not at all.
Hey,
not at all.
Not at all. I appreciate that you picked me.
I would like to hear why John Cena's package is better than The Rock's or whatever. Whichever left way you're going. I'm totally open to that.
We should get Bambi on the show.
Absolutely. I absolutely want Bambi on the show. Whenever she's ready, she can come on the show.
Hell no, because it's fair. I'll chime in on it. Well,
see, there you go. Wait, so hell no, we shouldn't do it?
Hell no, we shouldn't.
No, she said hell no. I think it's fine. I think it's fair because
so it's okay for us to do it based on looks alone. Yeah.
Bambi, is it okay to do looks alone? Yes or no?
I think it is.
I think it is too.
The last thing we do is to have the Me Too movement knocking on our door. All on the pop culture.
You know what people also got to realize? We're an entertainment network. Okay?
You're not allowed to speak the truth these days.
Yes, look alone, yes.
Look, we got permission from fucking Bambi. I don't care about anymore.
It's over. We got the permission we needed.
That's it. So we're going to do a feud show based on looks alone. And I would like to hear your opinion, Bambi. I'd like you to come on that show, as a matter of fact, to be the voice of reason, to calm down us animals if we start veering left or right and getting off track. That's what we should do. We should have.
I don't think that'll happen.
As a wrangler,
we'll stay right on track.
She should be the wrangler. If we start getting too much into one thing, she'll pull us back. She'll pull us back into reality.
Hold on, Eric, you're at the edge.
I like it. I think that's what we should do.
The problem is, you're right, Tim. We're not allowed to have opinion, and we're not allowed to voice how we feel or what we think. But there are girls out there who still want to be scantily clad in music videos. There are, and they shouldn't be ridiculed because they want to do that. Nor should women who feel that it's unjust and unfair the way some women are treated who don't ask to be. I agree with that too. I do. But, you can't. Here's the thing. You can't get on a girl who is attractive or is the the picture, what people would think as a pleasurable thing to look at. You can't ridicule her for her choices, is what I think. How do you feel?
I agree with that.
Yes. If she wants to walk around in a bathing suit in nothing, basically, in Miami, down a beach or into the shops, that's her opinion. If she wants to take pictures of herself on Instagram and present herself that way, I feel that, like, if you have it and she can flaunt it.
Well, that's the
Charlotte
double
Flair.
standard, though. That's what I'm talking about. That's the double standard. They can take the pictures and post the pictures, but we're not allowed to talk about them. That's the double standard.
You know what? I mean, I kept my J-Lo things in perspective. I just want to admire her. I think she's an attractive woman for 50 years old. Despite the fact that, I want to marry Shakira is real relevant to the conversation. But
You have a type.
Oh, dude.
So it's like Latin singer, overly jacked up woman, or Nia Jax.
Yeah.
You're all over the place, dude. You're all over the place.
I'm a fucking mess, dude, and it's awesome. It's so great. Listen, if you got me south of Tampa, anywhere in Florida, like, I'd be in big trouble. Like, I would be in huge trouble. Like, anywhere down the coast.
Bert, give us your.
Yeah, Bert.
Give us your three. Like, you can get off the top of your head. Go ahead.
What, like, just overall?
Type. Yeah,
Your type of girl. Your type of girl.
I definitely don't like petite. Not that it's wrong. Not that it's bad. I just don't like petite.
See?
I like a little.
See. That's not right. You just proved my point again. You have to
I'm
say at the end.
He's dancing.
With that. No, but you have to do it. You have to do it, or there's something wrong.
No, not that. No, it's not because of that. I'm just saying that there's people that, like, specifically like petite women.
No, he's right. He's right.
I like. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not my cup of tea. But I definitely like a little more meat on the bones, a little thicker. Not like Nia Jax. A little more kind of in between. I don't necessarily have a preference with top bottom. I'm kind of like overall enjoyment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really too picky. I mean, for me, it's more of a vibe or like a conversation kind of a thing. Anyway, it's not necessarily just a attraction. Like, I can't just. Has to be more than just a physical type of thing with me.
Obviously, Bert.
Well, of course, Bert.
Don't get all Me Too on us, Bert.
I'm saying.
I'm the same way.
A couple dudes in a locker room talking about crap, except for Bambi.
What locker room? This is
Just
my house.
I'm just talking about because now you're dancing. You're dancing.
Yeah.
This is the whole point. I don't want the dancing. Oh, it's the vibe. It's the no. I get that. That's when you want to.
Okay,
really I'm talking about based. There's a type of woman walking down the street that there's 5 different types. Like which one are you going to gravitate to? That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, so to make it easier,
if you're looking to date or marry someone, you start saying the vibe.
Yeah.
And the conversation.
No,
I get that.
So okay. To make it easier, I'll just use like women in wrestling.
Use a celebrity or a wrestler.
Women in wrestling.
Celebrity wrestler.
Yeah.
Formerly known as Caitlyn.
Okay.
Celeste. I was really like her. She's really attractive for me. Even now, especially, she's gotten in better shape since she's left WWE too.
Yeah, we're not.
The nude photo leaks don't help pretty much too.
Oh, look at Bambi! Look at Bambi!
Baby.
Okay, there you go, Bambi.
Hell yeah! Bert, listen, Bert.
I'm not a fan of Pink. I'm not a fan of Julia Roberts. Jennifer Aniston, I like where your head is.
Pink and Julia Roberts all day. Jennifer Aniston, she's too farty. Bert, listen.
I think her vagina smells.
I think it does too. Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston? Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%. She's like one of those like over tan.
Can't look like that in the 90s and 2000s and not land a dude and keep him.
No, and I'm guaranteeing her feet stink. I'm guaranteeing you that. Like, look at her. She just looks like her house smells like oak. Get out of here. Anyway,
Julia for me is like an older sister type vibe. I don't get that. I don't know. I don't get that.
See, now you're killing it for me.
Sexy. I don't get that sexy.
Don't kill that, Tim.
And Pink is a dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Pink
she's
is
not.
a
Oh,
good-
no, she's not.
Pink is a
Oh,
good-
no,
I mean,
she's not.
She can sing the shit out of. Let me tell you something right now. She sang. Miranda Lambert. See now, baby, now we're gonna vibe. Miranda Lambert. I dig her. But Pink sang "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and let me tell you something. It almost brought me to tears. It almost brought me to freaking tears. If you haven't seen that, look that up. It is phenomenal. It's Judy Garland and then Pink as the two to ever sing that song. Wow, it's fantastic. But
Wow, I have to look that up. But Bert, listen, Bert, we got to clarify something here. I don't want you like. I don't want to know like, hey, do you want to go like get some tofu and have a Starbucks? No, you're at a dance club. Me and Tim and Dave and Steve, we're all hanging out. All
Dave's
right,
not there. Dave's not there.
Dave's not there. Dave's at the
Dave's not there.
Dave's at the yoga class buying nail polish. So me, you, Steve, and Tim, we're all down in South Miami. We're hanging out, and you know we're at a dance club, and there's all sorts of like it just looks like wall to wall beautiful women. Okay, Bert, what do you do?
No,
Don't worry, I got you. I got your back. I got your back, so don't worry.
Yes, Raul.
I like him thick. That's it. I like him thick. Not like
I
Nia
like
Jax
that.
thick, but
Well, look,
thick.
I'm not just Nia Jax isn't like just what I want. Like, I mean, I like
I'm just saying like
girls,
like
man.
body
I just do.
like body.
Yeah, but here's
size,
the
you know what
thing.
I'm saying?
Nia Jax in regular clothes, yes. But when she wears her wrestling gear, she looks like she's in a garbage bag. And it totally takes away. It totally takes away from
Oh
her.
no, Tim.
But when she's
no.
wearing her regular clothing,
No.
I want her to German suplex me onto my couch and fucking break my arm. So you know what I mean? Like,
You mean not belly? You wouldn't rather belly to belly?
I'll pick her up. I'll throw her right across the room, bro. I'm not afraid of it because I know she could take it.
I think Raul has a type. He has blonde country women. Taylor Swift, Raul, you know what Taylor Swift looks like to me? Like the Camino engineers. Like the aliens. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Me personally, she looks like she created the Boba Fett, the entire clone army. That's
and what
just me.
happened? What?
Carrie Underwood, cool.
And what happened to Django Fett? Oh, we
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
him just in case.
we keep him on the facility.
She looks like
Always a
Lama
pleasure
Sue.
to meet a Jedi.
Lama Sue. That's what she is. Lama Sue. But hey, to each their own.
Yeah,
She's not ugly. She's not an ugly girl.
she's not.
She has
She's
that-
tall.
she has
She's
that-
like
She has
6
that
foot.
elongated neck.
Who?
She does.
I move like this.
She does.
Wait, no. Who you said?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Carrie Underwood is kind of the Jennifer Aniston. Like she's like too farty. Like
She's cute.
she is, but she's like too farty. Like her house is like everything's like oak, and like she has like that stupid like wood paneling for the floor.
But she's married a hockey player, so you don't know. You know what? Let me tell you something.
What do
We
you
saw
have
Carrie
against
Underwood.
oak houses? God damn it!
We saw Carrie Underwood in Atlantic City, right? And I didn't
You did.
put it together until we saw her in concert. And you hear all her songs in a row. Every song, woman good, man bad.
Man bad. Yeah,
good,
cutting seats
man
up
bad.
and punching
Woman
headlights
good.
and shit.
And I'm sitting there going, wow, this is really bad. This is really bad for me to be here. I'm feeling a little self-conscious now, thanks to Carrie.
Yeah, if you're the only dude with an arm shot, I mean, chicks are going to be elbowing you, man. Like,
Well, there were a lot of dudes there. Tons of
you
dudes.
bastard.
It's like you broke my heart. I don't even know you, lady.
Why are you,
All right, so listen.
standing there?
We got permission from number one female fan, Bambi.
That's
We are gonna do that ranking show.
We are.
And we're gonna see if Dave wants to come back. Well, but first we're gonna have to vote Dave in or out now. We're gonna give Dave
Okay,
the thumb.
let's do it. Jim, call it.
No, we're not gonna do it yet. We're gonna give time. We're gonna give Dave another chance, another shot.
How
We're
much
gonna give
longer?
him A redeemable moment to
One
come
more
back
week.
to the show.
One
Come
more
back
week.
to the show and embrace it.
Next week on the
That's right.
Just Too Sweet show.
That's right. We're gonna give a special surprise. See if he shows up or not.
He won't.
You know what? I'm going to excuse this show because it's New Year's week. Last week was. I understand people all doing all kinds of crazy shit this week and next week and last week. I mean, so I'm going to let that go. But next week, we will see if Dave will show up on the show or not, and whether he wants to take part. Because for nothing, I really want to say what type of woman Dave likes. I really want to see it.
What type of woman Dave likes? If I were just to guess, I'd say like Phyllis Diller.
Wow, Phyllis Diller.
I don't know, like Betty White. I don't know.
Crusty and old? Looks like a puppet.
Yeah. I mean, that's about all he's going to attract.
Wow.
Wow.
So you're a lot meaner than me. I'm giving him another shot.
You know what? Dave takes so many cheap shots at me. It's like over now, man. It's like, and he really does. That's proven.
Oh, it's all good fun.
Oh, of course it is. It's all we're kayfabe. Like, I mean, this is all a work. This is entertainment. If everybody doesn't understand this, there is no animosity anywhere with any of us. We're an entertainment show. We're professional entertainers. We're professional talk show hosts. Bert is really tired right now.
I don't know why. Damn.
No, we're gonna go anyway because we've been on, dude, almost 2 hours already. That shit.
We're gonna go. I was gonna just do this quick, and I wanted to look at a few things here, and just. Well, no, I mean it's not gonna be bad. It's not going to be bad.
Pop up on the screen is a disclaimer, not really popculturepost.com. There you go. Pop whatever you want up.
Eric always comes with a disclaimer. So anyway, I understand she's a little more unorthodox, but I mean, I think she's attractive, man. I really do.
She's not ugly. I'm not saying she's ugly.
Not ugly. Now, who is this?
That's Jenny McCarthy.
A woman with pink hair. Is that Jennifer?
That's Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy?
No, that's not Jenny McCarthy.
Zoom in on the face. It's Jenny McCarthy.
Is that what it said?
That's I know. I saw the face.
Let's try to find.
What did you Google?
Pink.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell did you Google?
A lot of pink.
You have to put pink singer.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. And for those of you watching, I do know how to use the internet.
Like you have to type in pink singer because she's a singer.
Yeah,
see,
you have to put the word in after that. Okay, here we go.
This newfangled contraption called the internet.
What are these? What's this big? What's enter mean?
That's an arrow, son. That's an arrow. You click it and you get more pictures in the gallery.
And well, if you right click, see over there. Anyway, this is okay. Like that, she's all right there. That's sexy. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's really sexy. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not saying she's ugly. Not at all. Not even close to ugly. Just not my
Eric
said, not my cup of tea.
Right there, she's going, "Hey, Eric, how you doing?" I'm doing good, Pink. How are you? See, that's whoa. Wait a minute, whoa. Okay, that's all right. That's the one where she's like, yeah, like it's like I just ate a medium rare steak and bought like a $20 bottle of water. Like, what's that one? I can't even have a caption for that.
We've definitely fallen off the rails, but that's okay.
Yeah, this is great.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
This is great.
That's nice. That's good.
Earrings. Get it? Really?
No, I get it. I saw it.
I saw it first.
I saw it.
She's like, "Hey, Tim."
Ever.
She's going right now. She's going, "Hey, Tim, I know why your Wi-Fi doesn't work in that room."
Wow.
She doesn't know. She's not.
No, she doesn't know. She has no idea. Who's the other one? Jennifer Aniston? I don't know. I got to agree with you, Tim, because I just think she's like too. She like looks like she belongs to like some like key club, like a wife swap thing. Like, come on.
You go 90s and 2000s. Oh man, she's on another level.
You think so?
Like
Back Rachel,
day, yeah,
younger Jennifer Aniston is a different.
Oh man, I don't know. She just looks like she like sells cheap cosmetics, you know, and
I still watch Friends and get excited.
Yeah, no, friend. I'm not a Friends fan. Like at all. This is kind of a good picture of her. I like that. I like that a lot.
Creepy. That's a serial killer, Jennifer Aniston. I like it.
That is serial killer.
You like that? You like that, Tim?
That is. That is. Let's look at one more.
Kill me.
Raul's digging Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is hot, Raul. I'll go on with that.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is cute.
Betty White. There we go. Look at what Betty White looked like when she was like 35.
I don't dig it.
I don't either. That's hat. Is that Betty White with an alligator?
Mm-hmm. I think
I
so.
don't know. I'm over Betty White. What about?
I hope so.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's a caiman. That's not even an alligator or a crocodile, right? I don't know.
Yes, baby. Stripper scene in We're the Millers. You are correct.
A stripper scene in what?
Jennifer Aniston did a stripper scene in We Are the Millers.
Oh yeah.
One more. There we go. Now, this might,
of course.
check the. I mean, she's pretty darn hot. Okay, her teeth are really fake, but
I want a rubber snout and feed her carrots.
Wow.
I'm okay with that.
We got a GIF on here.
We do have a GIF. Look at the GIF. Where'd it go? Where's the GIF?
GIF.
There's the GIF. Earlier.
There you go.
Yeah, she kind of looks like a Russian hacker's wife right there. I don't know. Oh, here's an ab shot. There it is. Now that's sexy, right? That's I could get down with that.
That's not too bad.
She's bad.
That's a 4-pack though, right? Not a 6.
No, that's like a White Claw pack.
Bringing up Dave again.
But she has a full 6-pack though.
She does. I'm pretty sure of it. This is pretty sexy picture of her. That's a good picture of her. I don't know. She's not too natured, right? Like she's.
Oh.
No,
Where'd
Eric
Eric
just
go?
took himself out. Took himself out by accident. Now I'm going to make watch. As soon as he gets back, I'm going to make fun of him now. As soon as he gets back, I'm going to make fun of him.
Ah, that's so good. Oh man.
Go on, Eric. Come back. Yeah, we got to end this one. We've been 2 hours already. 2 hours of nonsense.
I love it though.
Come on, Eric. Where'd you go? Did his laptop die? I'm waiting for the text message now. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I shut it off on purpose, idiot. All right, Eric, you have 1 minute to come back. And then I'm ending the show. Oh, here he comes.
I X'd myself out. I guess I don't know how to use the internet.
I was going to say, here comes Mr. Fancy. I know how to use the internet share screen guy. And then he vanishes.
Oh, look what I can do, guys. Bye. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was pretty good.
We've been going 2 hours. I think it's time to shut it down.
Is it time to go before the
to go.
FCC finds us? Yeah.
I got to go to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I got to get up at 5 o'clock, and it sucks.
Me too.
But it's fun. But it's not too bad. Work is nothing. It's just a train ride that sucks.
Who did Bambi say is too manly?
I think she said Flair. Charlotte Flair.
Bambi, I'll come to Harpersville right now. I mean, we'll fight.
Bambi, let's get out of the way right now. Will you appear on our women ranking show right now? Yes or no? Will you be on our show?
Answer.
Come on, Bambi. Don't let
Jeopardy
us down.
music.
And if you're shy, you don't even have to put your picture up. You can just put the audio if you want to be shy.
If you want, yeah.
You can put a picture of Pink up there with your voice. It'll be fine. Yes, see, she's in.
Yes, sir, I will.
Wow.
Yes, sir, I will.
Is that how she talks?
No,
Yeah,
that's
you're
not how
gonna
she
find
do. I'm gonna get. Listen, I'm gonna get my ass kicked over my shoulders by her, like bad. I'm just letting you guys know that, like, she's gonna kick the shit out of me. She's there's a lot of probably. I love you, Bambi. I do. You know that, but just have mercy on Waylon Mercy here.
So that's great then. So now we know. I don't know. We're gonna do that next week then. You want to just do it next week, next Tuesday?
Sure.
That'll be the big show.
The big show.
Bring in the year with women's rankings.
With women's rankings.
Bring in the year with an offensive show.
Yeah.
I say we do it.
Let's break all the rules right off the bat.
That's right. You make the rules. We will break them.
Break them.
I like it. All right. So Bambi, next week, 6:30. Well, you don't have to come on at 6:30. You can come on at 7 if you'd like.
Come in anytime you want.
Anytime you want. But yeah, we're definitely going to come on. We want you on that show. We will send you the link. Eric will explain to you in case you don't understand how it works. She's done with work at 6. What time do you get home? Well, you know us. We say we're going on at 6. We don't go on until 7. That's just what we do. That's how we work.
Yeah, just keep in touch with me, Bambi. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get you on no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, let's wrap this up. 2 hours.
That's a good show.
Nonsense. Hell yeah, I had a lot of fun. Bert, anything else to say? We wrap up this completely insane episode number 40. 40, by the way. I'm very proud. Episode number 40 of the Just Too Sweet show. Bert, you got any last words? Well, I mean, not last words like that.
Stay safe out there. Let's bring in this new 2021 year in with safety and prosperity. And y'all stay safe out there, most importantly.
Absolutely. Mr. Zant, what do you got to say?
You know, I'd like to thank everybody for this year. Even though we've had a tough year, we've tried our best to keep you entertained.
We hope you appreciate that.
We're gonna do more of it in 2021. And I like to think of the Just Too Sweet show as like this is my Florida territory. And when I'm on the A to Z program, I'm like in Crockett, because I'm heel faced. You know what I mean? It's so much fun. But no, seriously, everybody, 40 episodes. We never would have thought we'd have done this, and we appreciate everything you guys do. Timmy, Bert, thanks for doing this. Tim, it was really your brainchild that got this going. Did you ever think we'd do 40, man? I mean, this is crazy.
No, man. I'm crazy. Super happy, and I hope we can expand to a bigger audience, a bigger get more word out there for us.
I got a feeling that Pop Culture Pros is just in the beginning phases of its rocket towards stardom. I mean, I really think that we have the potential, all of us as a group, to make this something really cool and really special. I think that the unity needs to is good. Now I think we need is to recognize that probably the biggest icon ever in the history of StreamYard or Pop Culture Pros, or even Cinesports Talk for that matter, is me. I am the upstate icon. I am the PCP. What else did Shawn Michaels call himself? Showstopper. I am Eric Mercy. And I'm kidding. No, we're a good bunch of we appreciate everything, guys. The boss, we love you. Dave, are you coming back? I don't know. The line right there. Timmy, I'm going to hand it over to you because everybody's heard enough of my bullshit tonight, and I just appreciate everybody, putting up with it. And I hope you got a laugh because it's all I'm trying to do is make you laugh. And tune in this Thursday to the A to Z program. We're going to have a special New Year's Eric extravaganza. So it's going to be fun.
All right. Yeah. Same thing for me, guys. Bert, and, thank you for making this show what it is. Eric, you too. It's been a fun ride, 40 episodes. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Like I said, when Steve asked me originally, would you like to do a wrestling show? First person I thought of was my man AZ right there. And to get Bert and Dave on here is just another great bonus. You guys are fantastic. I won't knock Dave today. I don't know what Dave's doing. I don't know if he's left us for good, but I won't knock him. He's been a good part of the show. So thank you guys very much for these 40 episodes. Thank you, Mr. Faraci, for the episodes. Pop Culture Pros tomorrow. The Put in the Book show. The We Stomp You Out show. The Giants are still alive in week 17. It is goddamn
5 and
ridiculous.
10, baby.
Come watch that show and watch us bash our own team to death. That's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have.
And if they're not bashing them, they're bashing Philadelphia. So don't worry about it.
Or the Cowboys.
Oh, absolutely, because that's our division, and we hate everybody in that division.
We do,
no
yeah.
matter what.
Our division sucks.
So, yeah, I think put in the books. We stomped you out. Thursday is Eric, the A to Z program, and I would love to throw a promo out there for 4 quarters, but I have no idea if they're doing a show, and I have no idea if Jader and Kyle. But look for those 2 shows also. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Spread the word, spread the love. Have a happy New Year, and remember, you might not like us, but learn to love us because we're the best thing going.